supposed to jump from anything that's taller than them. You want a coffee crisp? Rowan's new obsession is coffee crisp. We went trick-or-treating, and I don't know if I have any footage of it being recorded. Here, just one for now, honey. It's before lunch. You want something else?
Yeah.
Here, take some. So I know we have lots of footage of trick-or-treating and all that stuff. I'm not sure if I actually got any footage of how excited he was every time he got another coffee crisp. It was the funniest freaking thing. He tried coffee crisp for the very first time the other day. We always told him that he wouldn't like it because it tastes like coffee. I think Anthony always told him that because Anthony wanted to eat it and keep it all for himself. See, we have cookie jars full of candy in our house, not cookies, because cookies will go bad actually if they sit in this cookie jar. Anyways, it is the last official day of school summer. It's not the last official day of the calendar summer, but it is the last official day. Actually, technically, according to the school, for some weird reason, it is the first day of school today, but it's a PD day. Please explain to me that. Why even bother? Why, like, just, I have no words, but whatever. Today is the first official day, or the last official day of summer at home for the kids. Tomorrow they start school for the very first time this year. I am very excited for them. I'm very excited for me. But anyways, as you can see by the list I just put on my blackboard, I have a lot to accomplish today. Callie's really hungry today. Maybe I'll give her a treat. I'm gonna make some more of these treats for you, huh, Cal? I only have, oh, might as well just give you the rest of them. I only have these left. These are supposed to be shark fins, which is actually kind of perfect because she's a land shark, but the shark fin mold never works. I actually threw it out because it is pure trash. But these are pumpkin puree, peanut butter, and coconut oil, and we just froze them. She's jumping all over me because she wants them so badly, so I'm gonna just go ahead and put them in her dish. Wait. Sit. Wait. Wait. Okay. Good girl. You're so smart. As you can see, I have a lot to accomplish today. Apparently, I just added another thing to my list, and I'm sure I will add more things to my list all day. But the things that I have on the list are the most important. And the leaves of that are getting really big. Putting your binding plants on, I need to get an actual moss pole, but putting them on some sort of a pole apparently really helps them. And the leaves are actually getting really big, and they're growing really close together, and I'm talking shit because I am overwhelmed. I am medicated today, I think. Tomorrow I have my first follow-up appointment after getting the medication, and then my doctor is leaving the province. So I get a new doctor. Probably for the next time I have to go see her, it won't be her. It'll be the new doctor, which really makes me uncomfortable and really sad. And I really hope that I like her because it took me a long time to find this doctor that I really, really like. My last doctor was incredibly rude and incredibly just selfish and just, I can't even think of another way to describe him except in a way that is incredibly offensive and mean. But he always told me that all my problems were in my head, and he wouldn't write me notes for my work or anything like that, and it was absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, I found this new doctor, and now she's leaving. So it wouldn't bother me normally, except we were trying this new thing with medication, and it's a trial and error medication, and she knows my history, and I'm gonna have to talk to a new doctor about my history. I'm catch her up to speed and tell her what's going on, and hopefully she believes me. If I go back to another, anyways, I'm not even gonna talk about it. It's neither here nor there. Today is a different day. Today is my day. Let's start again, shall we? So I have a lot to do today, basically, is what I'm saying. But I'm gonna start by making the bagels because A, I want the bagels so that the kids can take them to school tomorrow. B, I want the bagels because I really want one with cream cheese and tomato to have for lunch today. I'm very excited. Maybe I'll make double that. This is your reminder too. I know I'm not going to actually have this out before the first day of school. This isn't gonna be posted till next week, and the first week of school will already be over. But if you have a chance and have put way too much information on one of those first day of school signs, go delete it now, because nobody on social media needs to know what your kid's teacher is, know what school they go to, know how old they are, what their first and last name is. Like, people put way too much information on these things, and you're not keeping your kids safe. Also, side note, if you are labeling all your kids' clothing, which of course you want to because you want to make sure that the stuff you're spending money on comes home to you. If you are labeling your kids' clothing, make sure you're labeling it somewhere that is not visible from the outside. If your kid is walking around with a sweater that has their name printed across it, or a hat that has their name on it, and some stranger says, "Hey, Tommy, your mom wants me to pick you up." Well, the kid is gonna think, "I don't know you, but you knew my name." He's not gonna remember that he has it written on the side of his head, and he is going to, if he is caught off guard, who knows whether or not he's going to actually go with that person. So it's kind of sad, and I hope that everybody has thought this through, and I know that there's a lot of police officers and stuff that have already put this message out there for a lot of people, so I'm sure that you already know all these things. But if you don't, I hope that I just helped you there, and I hope that you keep your kids safe this year. I hope you guys have I hope your kids have a great year of school. Here we go again, right? I am excited and equally nervous for my kids because there were a few days last year that were a little difficult. We made it through, and we got to the end of the year and kept going. And honestly, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. First things first, I'm going to grab my stand mixer. I'm going to start making bagels. I think I'm just gonna make some plain bagels. I don't think I'm gonna do anything fancy because I think I just want them to be pretty versatile. I'm gonna try and make it a double batch today so that we have 12 instead of we'll have 16 instead of 8. As always, if you want to make these bagels, Kelly, shit. As always, if you want to make these bagels, just the link will be in the description for these particular bagels, the plain bagels. However, if you scroll around my website a little bit, there are multiple different bagels recipes on there for different flavors, different textures, different whatever, different colors even. I made Halloween bagels last year. How many times can I say bagels in one video? Bagels, 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 bagels. Anyways, let's make some bagels. Yeast, 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, dough hook on here, put it down, roll setting, and mix.
Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, I don't wanna jinx it, baby.
Dump it out. So bagels are sitting over on the oven. I'm actually going to be using the oven in a second, so it's kind of a perfect place to keep your bagels when they're rising. My house right now, it is hot as hell outside, so the air conditioner is cranked in here, which means it's not the best environment for rising bread. However, if you're planning on baking, putting your bread backwards, there we go, putting it on the oven so that it can kind of feel some of the heat coming up from the stove, opposite, putting it on the stove so it can feel some of the heat coming out of the oven to rise. That's perfect. If you're not planning on using your oven, but your house is still pretty cold, I would put it in your oven and either use, if you have a stove like mine that has a bread-proof setting, use the lowest setting and do that, or simply turn your oven light on, which is just enough to warm up your oven and have it rise. Anyways, that's gonna rise for about an hour in an oiled up bowl. Then we're gonna shape the bagels and go from there. Rowan has requested muffins, so we're gonna now make some muffins. Rowan, are we making mini muffins? Mini muffins? You wanna make big muffins? I don't think we have any muffin liners. We'd have to make some. Okay, things we do for our kids. Let's make some muffin liners. Let's, you know what? Let's make this a learning experience. How the hell do you make muffin liners? Let's do that. So when you're counting by 2s. Okay, now I'm gonna fold this, but that's okay. All the way, so.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, just keep that.
This aside.
Oh.
Whoa.
Can we make the cookies over here?
Alright, just mix one of these out.
Did you say it?
There you go. Muffins are baking. Bagels are just about ready to eat. Bagels. Oh man, I knew that was gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna stay, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna now get my bagels and shape some bagels.
Myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs.
16 bagels. Gonna cover them up.
I'm just as surprised as you. Come one in a dozen, the other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have been. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
Oh my god. Best fucking bagel. Oh my god. I'm gonna go eat the shit out of this bagel. And we'll come back and make some cowboy candy. Time to make some cowboy candy. Anybody remember that reference? Does anybody else find it as funny as I did? What was his show called? Oh, The Apprentice. Does anybody remember that show? My husband and I used to watch that, not necessarily religiously, but we watched it at least for one season. I think it was Celebrity Apprentice, and Gary Busey was on, and he insulted, I can't remember who it was, but he insulted somebody else by calling him a cowboy. And then he tried to cover it up by saying, I didn't say cowboy, I said cowboy. And it like, so now it's like just a running joke with my husband and I anytime somebody references, oh my god, references a cowboy, we always say cowboy, and it's just, anybody else find that as funny? Do you remember that? God, my part is not even straight. That's how messed up my brain is right now, is it's like coming through my hair. Anyways, I'm gonna make some cowboy candy, which means I gotta start cutting up some jalapenos. As always, if you want the recipe that I use, it is in the description below. Always, all of my recipes will be found on my website. The barbecue sauce I also make with the leftover syrup is also in the description below, so make sure you check that out if you want to. Cowboy candy. Gary Busey.
I never really know what's going on.
And bring it over.
Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want you to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all the things you never show. There are the things.
Okay, so I was hoping to get more cans, but this will be pretty good. These will stay in our fridge for about 4 weeks, and then you can start using them. This is what's left in the syrup. Do not throw that out. You can do all kinds of great things with those. I need a shower. So yeah, so I have those 2 jars over there. Everything reduced really small this time. I'm a little bit surprised actually. I was kind of hoping that I would have more to jar, obviously. Saw how many jars I pulled out. I was kind of optimistic, but I always forget how much the jalapenos actually shrink when you're cooking them. I am going to be on the lookout, I guess, at farmers markets and whatnot to see if I can buy just big flats of jalapenos so I can just bust out jars and jars of that stuff, because honestly, my husband, some of my friends, I myself, like, you can put this stuff, so you put Cowboy Candy on just about anything you want to. You can put it on a spoon and just eat it. But one of my favorite ways to do it is to take it, put it on pizza as you're eating a pizza. You put a piece on there and just, you know, a little garnish on there. Delicious. One of my favorite things to do is to get a block of cream cheese and you either put some of that on like you would with like pepper jelly. If you've ever had that appetizer at a party where you just take like a literal block of cream cheese, you put some pepper jelly on there, which by the way, I also have recipes for pepper jelly on my website. I gotta stop talking so quickly, I apologize. I do also have recipes for those. I made a couple of those a couple years ago. Habanero pepper jelly with those habanero peppers. I have dried up there when they were fresh. I made some pepper jelly with them, so good. I also made some jalapeno pepper jelly, so absolutely delicious. But yeah, you just take like a block of cream cheese and then pour either the jelly or this Cowboy Candy on top, and then you just take your cracker, obviously bring it to room temperature, you just take your cracker and just dip right through it. And the cold cream cheese kind of brings down some of the spice, but you get that kick, and then you also get the sweetness from the candy or even the jelly, and it's so good. I really hope that I can find a whole bunch of jalapeno peppers. I would love to just make a bunch of jars of these. They're very, very popular. When I bring the jar out at home to share with friends, they don't last long. And when I give them to friends, they always ask for more. So I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to jar a bunch of it actually and have it for gifts this year. Not gonna happen. Not with the peppers from our garden anyway. I only got 2 jars out of it. The liquid gold, however, just wait. I'm not going to do that today, but in the next few days, sometime this week, I'm going to make barbecue sauce. The best barbecue sauce you've ever had is made with this liquid gold, and I cannot wait to have that in the house again. I am so ready. So make sure that you subscribe if you want to see me making that. Right now, I need to take a moment for myself, come down a little bit, maybe get some dishes done, maybe clean up the kitchen a little bit. And then we're gonna give Rowan a haircut, get him ready for school. Right, bud? Haircut, because we got school tomorrow.
Because that's what I do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I don't like getting distracted by my hair.
I don't like getting distracted by your hair either. If you do end up making this Cowboy Candy at home, you can either do what I do and if you just have those 2 jars and you think you're gonna go through it pretty quickly, just put it in your fridge. Wait 3 to 4 weeks. I know it's hard, but wait 3 to 4 weeks. Trust me, it'll be worth it. And then you can try it. Obviously, it's one of those things, the longer you let it sit, the better it's gonna be. If you make more and more and more, you can pressure can it. Now, I'm not going to give you instructions right now for pressure canning or water bath canning. What I meant to say was you can can them, process can them, not pressure can them, but you can pressure can them. Anyways, Jesus. Please, please, please look at instructions from other people who have more experience with canning. I'm not going to try and give you instructions for that right now because all the safety regulations are something I haven't looked at in years, so I haven't really had to do. Check it out, because if you make multiple cans of this, you can pressure can it, water bath can it, whatever you gotta do, and keep it in the cupboard. They make great gifts, amazing appetizers for say New Year's or Christmas, around the holidays when you have people coming over, if you just have a block of cheese. I'm excited to try maybe and put some in a loaf of bread with some cheese later, weeks later. All kinds of things. You put this shit on your burgers, on your sandwiches, on your hot dogs, on a spoon, in your mouth, whatever it is that you want to do. It is so versatile. It is so addicting and so good and delicious, and I hope you try it. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you did try it. If this is your first or second time or whatever, trying Cowboy Candy, let me know. If you've tried other people's recipes for the Cowboy Candy, also let me know if there's anything that I did that's different or they did that's different that I should try. And other than that, I'm gonna go and put the camera away. It's telling me that it's about to die, so I'm gonna put it down before it dies. Okay, so see you around the bend.